to the farm and watch the seasons change. The seasons are very important because each season brings changes to the farm. Summer, autumn, winter, and spring. In spring, the farm awakens to new life. The farmer begins one of his busiest times of the year. Early in spring, the baby animals are born. Often, the dairy calves have to be fed by hand. Baby piglets can walk almost as soon as they are born. They are always hungry. This piglet is getting its first meal from its mother. Spring is also the time to plant the crops. The fields are plowed to make the ground ready. The cultivator breaks up the soil to make a soft bed for the seed. Seeds grow best in soft, damp soil. The seeds are poured into the bins on the planting machine. This machine will plant 12 rows of corn at one time. In a short time, the field begins to turn green as the young plants appear. The cultivator is driven between the rows of sprouting plants. Its sharp blades cut the weeds, but leave the new plants unharmed. In spring, the orchards are filled with flowering trees. Each flower is the beginning of a new fruit. Each blossom on this almond tree will produce a fully developed almond. Summer on the farm is a time for both work and play. Equipment has to be checked and kept in good condition. The young pigs eat and eat. They eat mostly ground corn. Their feed bins must be filled often. During the summer, the days are long and warm. The crops grow and grow. The hay in the fields turn from green to brown as it matures. The corn plants grow tall and get tassels at the top of the stalk. The tassels drop pollen onto the silks. A kernel of corn will grow for each of the silks. The bunches of grapes grow and ripen on the vines during the long summer days. Growing plants need lots of water. Water is brought to the fields by irrigation ditches and sprinklers. The farmer works hard to see that the plants get the water they need. Summer is also a time for fun. Farm children like to drive the huge farm machines and take care of the young animals. Summer is also fair time. Farm families often go to the county fair during the summer. Sometimes they go to show their animals. These kids have raised animals as part of their 4-H and Future Farmers of America projects. The animals will sometimes be sold at auction during the fair so the kids can make money. The children also like to go to the carnival and ride the rides and look at the exhibits. Or maybe participate in a clown show. Or just eat all the delicious food. As fall arrives, the crops planted in the spring ripen. The trees, which had blossoms in the spring, now have fruit. The tomatoes in the field are now ready to be harvested. Grapes on the vines are ready to be picked. This is the busiest time of the year for the farmers. They must hurry to harvest the crops before the cold days of winter arrive. The giant harvesting machines go to work. This harvester is cutting rice. This harvester is cutting corn. The harvesting machine removes the leaves, takes the corn off the cob, then the corn goes into a bin behind the harvester. Some crops are harvested by people. These people are picking and sorting ripe oranges. Almonds are harvested by shaking them off the tree. The tomato harvester cuts the whole plant, then separates the tomatoes from the plant. The workers sort out the bad tomatoes. In the autumn, hay is also harvested. It will be stored to feed the animals later. Without this feed, the animals could not live through the winter. This machine picks up the bales of hay and stacks the bales to be stored. In autumn, you can see the markets filled with fruits and vegetables which have grown through the summer. All kinds of delicious fruits and vegetables are now ready for the supermarkets in the city. Like you, children who live on farms return to school in the autumn. The school will not be near the farm. They will go to school in the nearest town, and they will have to ride a bus to and from school. In winter, it is often cold and snowy. The plants are not growing. The days are short and the air is cold, even when the sun shines. But the farmer still has work to do. Animals must be fed and watered every day in the winter. The water is heated to keep it from freezing. Winter is also a time to get ready for spring. The farmer plans for the crops he will plant. He will go to the feed store to order the things he will need to plant in the spring, like seeds and fertilizer. He will also spend much time working on the farm machines. The machinery must be ready when it is needed in the spring. He will check and repair broken parts. He will need to oil, grease, and clean each one. Soon it will be spring again. Time to plow again and plant again. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Each season is special on the farm.